I'm Spiderprime1 and I'm back with my rant that I started from last time. Last time I talked about Megatron from the movies and stuff that happened with him in it and stuff like that. And then I started on the new characters, but started running out of time and only had like 10 seconds left before I couldn't post the video on YouTube. Since you're only allowed 10-minute limits, and I don't know how to bypass that little rule because I know there are people with freaking half-an-hour long videos. So, until I can figure out how to do that. Anyways, back to my rant on the new characters this time. Like I said, Jolt, who was the only reason they really wanted, or the only reason I can see that they put him in that movie is because they used him to fuse Jetfire and Optimus Prime. Other than that, he didn't really need to be there. And in the comic books, he didn't appear once. They had Ratchet for like one panel, like holding up a piece of Jetfire, like he's all, okay, a quick tune-up coming up real soon. And then you see Optimus Prime flying with Jetfire's pieces on him. So they didn't even need Jolt. And RC was only seen for like 2 panels, and that was in the Shanghai battle. Sideswipe was only seen in the Shanghai battle, and I think he's in the background of some of like the desert battle and stuff like that. But basically what they did is they toned down just about every character but Optimus, Jetfire, the Fallen, Megatron, and a little bit of Starscream. Which is one thing I just want to clarify real quick. The relationship between Megatron and Starscream in the second movie was so faithful to the Generation 1. I was quite honestly, I was happy with it. Because Megatron was just always well, okay, let me rephrase this because it didn't come out quite how I wanted to in my mind. Starscream always was challenging Megatron for, he was challenging Megatron for leadership of the Decepticons. And so, whenever Starscream got this wild hair up his butt, he decided, well, now's my chance to strike. I'm going to shoot you and see if that kills you. And he'd only take like one shot. Megatron would play possum. Starscream would start ranting to all the other Decepticons saying how great he was. Then Megatron would get back up, put Starscream in his place, and or exile him, which he did for 2 episodes. And then everything would just go back to normal. Starscream would be welcomed back as one of the Decepticons after he proved his loyalty. And that was basically their whole relationship. They were just always feuding with each other. Or Starscream would always like bring up a point of something that was going on in the episode, and then Megatron would just shoot him down immediately, even though sometimes, very, very rarely, Starscream knew what he was talking about. And in Revenge of the Fallen, they basically kept that alive a little bit. Whereas it wasn't so much as Starscream challenging Megatron's authority, it was more of Starscream basically just being this like whimpering little yes man who didn't really fight back because of course Megatron was now more powerful with his new body and his new weapons and stuff like that. And which was really cool, really fine and dandy. I liked it. I liked, especially after the death of Optimus Prime, when you just see these two talking to each other about trying to fight Sam Witwicky. Just the fact of like Megatron beating Starscream to the ground with Starscream's own arm, throwing it on him, stomping on him, running the treads on his chest, severely like grating his armor and like probably hurting him. I don't know. And then just like calling him a weak insect, kicking him like onto his face, onto his back. Just that whole scene was just so well done and so faithful to the Generation 1 cartoons that it is arguably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. That and Devastator forming. That was really cool. Oh, okay. There's another thing. I've got about 4 minutes. Devastator. Probably one of the most talked about parts in the movie, and I am definitely not the first one, and I probably won't be the last one to talk about this. But why give Devastator human anatomy? A human fine, I'll say it, genitalia. Why would you give this powerhouse of a Decepticon something so laughably stupid? I mean, come on, he almost killed Mudflap, which he should have. He destroys a pyramid. He is like a gazillion stories tall. I think a more fair I compared him with some other legends. Okay, that doesn't even do it justice. An Autobot no bigger than frickin' your like toe. This is just a powerhouse of evil and the Decepticons and stuff like that. Why on earth would you do that to him? And why on earth would you kill him so quickly? He was not on screen for more than 5 minutes, and then they killed him with the railgun, which, by the way, was really cool. But it just really made me mad that they killed Devastator that quickly. And I really don't think they're going to bring in, like, the Combaticons or the Stunicons or stuff like that so that it can have another combiner in the third movie. At least from what I've read, all they really want to do is introduce more triple changers, and most likely they want to introduce Unicron. But none of that's set in stone. I'm just going by what I've read on various sites. But, I don't know. It's just, you get this awesome character, and then they just kill him. Okay, I'll probably do one more rant on something else on a different video, and then go back to the Transformers. But until then, I'm Spiderprime1, and I'm signing off.